Happy Friday. Welcome to the Owatonna Today Show. Thank you so much for joining us. You know what? I'm busy. I have things to do. And talk about our supporters. We are so lucky here at the Owatonna Today Show to have a bunch of community members and businesses step up and say, we'd like to be a part of this. We're trying to bring you quality information about what's going on in your community. So these guys have said, you know what, we like that. So we want to thank them today. We're going to start off with our premier supporters. They are Big Brothers and Big Sisters Bull for Kids' Sake, City of Owatonna, Express Employment Professionals, Owatonna Public Utilities, St. Mary's School Night of Nights, Safe and Drug-Free Coalition of Steele County, Steele County Food Shelf, United Way of Steele County. We also want to thank our primary supporters. They are Amy Swain Hearing Centers and Little Theater of Owatonna. And then there are interlude supporters. They include Abraham Consulting Technologies, Bremer Bank, Brenda Bednar Mortgage, Glenn Meager and Tim Thomas of the Brick Meager Funeral Home and Medford Funeral Home, Brookdale Senior Living, Clare Bridge and Sterling House, Carlson Branstad and Company CPAs, ERA Gillespie Real Estate, Fairview Animal Medical Center, Horizon Eye Care Professionals, Clanter & Son Landscaping and Concrete, Napa Auto Service, Owatonna Business Incubator, Owatonna Foundation, Profinium Financial, R&K Electric, Snap Fitness, Steele County Historical Society, Steele County Transitional Housing, the Third Hand Incorporated Video Productions, and TPS Insurance. Each one of these great businesses and organizations sees the value in this program, and we hope you do too. And we hope that you will let them know that you like what you see right here on the Owatonna Today Show by giving them your business, as well as saying you saw them right here on the Owatonna Today Show. Please stay with us. We're going to be speaking to one of those great supporters, Brenda Bednar Mortgage, as well as a look at Leanne's vacation down to some of the birds she saw in Texas. Fascinating. Make sure you stay with us.
I'm Dan Branstad of Carlson Branstad and Company, Certified Public Accountants. We support the Owatonna Today Show.
Owatonna Public Utilities, real people, real reliable, real progress. Making life a little easier day after day, taking pride in our community, listening to what you say, a voice you can talk to. We're growing with you in mind in everything we do. Owatonna Public Utilities.
Greetings, I'm Laura Ressler, Director of the Steele County Historical Society, and I welcome you to our History Center. We invite you to join in all our activities events where we honor the past and look towards the future.
Howdy, partner.
Come join in the fun at the 28th Annual Night of Nights Benefit Auction, Saturday, April 12th at St. Mary's School in Owatonna.
The doors open at 4 p.m. Admission is only $5. There's new and exciting items to bid on at both the silent and live auction.
And don't forget to get your car and cash raffle ticket now for your chance to win $10,000 or a brand new Ford Focus.
There's great food and a cash bar available. You don't want to miss this great event.
So get your cowboy on.
And round up your posse.
Yeehaw!
And we're back with the Owatonna Today Show. I have Brenda Bednar. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I feel like I'm going through puberty. My voice is
Squeaky?
changing right now. It's okay. Works out.
Yes.
So, Brenda, winter is a slow time for the mortgage business.
It is slower, yes.
When you do, how does that process change for the winter? Because I know for you, we have to do the inspections. All those things still happen.
Yes.
How does that change because of the winter?
I would say overall the volume is slower because there's not as many people that want to move in the
cold.
winter.
Yeah,
it's very cold. So what we'll do is we'll focus more on the pre-approvals for springtime. Lots of times people will decide to refinance around the holidays or with the new year kind of in preparation for tax time. Maybe they'll have met with their accountants who suggest refinancing or different strategies for finances. Lots of people putting together new construction plans over the winter in preparation for building when the sun comes out.
Which finally it has.
Yes, and we're hoping it stays. But other than that, it also gives us the time to do some credit repair for people.
Credit repair.
Well, we'll help them with their building their credit, or if they've within the last few years had an economic event such as bankruptcy, foreclosure, and a lot of people have questions about, well, when can I buy my next home? And so lots of times in our down times when we're not as busy Doing loans, we'll have time to sit down and take the time and walk them through the process to prepare them for the next step.
Okay. Well, and talking about busy, springtime is your busy season.
Mm-hmm.
And we were talking a little bit earlier about how, because of the collapse, things have changed for the mortgage business.
Yes.
A lot.
Yes, yes.
You mentioned the difference. Tell our audience a little bit
Okay.
about what that difference is.
Yeah, since the collapse back in between 07 and 09, they call it the mortgage meltdown, government created an agency, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. Well, and they've come out and I guess they've raised the bar in that increased documentation, increased regulation. We've had to go through a lot more, yearly testing. We go through background checks, fingerprinting.
For yourself?
For ourselves,
Wow.
yeah. And we have a minimum requirement that, that we have to uphold. But as far as a borrower, there was a time when if you had an 800 credit score, you could come in with 20% down, and we really wouldn't ask many questions other than get some of your vitals, and then you'd close on your home. Today, that's not quite the case. No matter who you are, no matter what you do, no matter how many assets you have, you're going to go through the same process, with a lot of money down compared to a first-time home buyer with zero down. And that means we'll need your full tax returns for at least 2 years. If for some reason you have rental property, or if you have a business, we'll need S-Corp tax returns, LLC. I've heard people's comments to me is, how could we keep anything from you? You ask us for everything. And we try and keep it light and,
Yeah, because it seems invasive.
It is very invasive, and I'll kid with customers too that my next hire might be a nurse to check your blood because that just to make sure you really are you. But as long as we communicate it, we try and make it feel less invasive and just lay it out right away. For example, the government has made mortgage lending a stopping point for money laundering.
Oh.
So that means we'll get 2 months of your bank statements prior to the transaction, and we have to account for every large deposit on your checking or savings statement.
Wow.
And so we hope that you're having direct deposit because that identifies it nicely. But it's when, mom maybe gives you a little bit of money, or dad, or maybe you sell your lawnmower to the neighbor. Yeah. And it's now we have to identify where that money comes from. And we might have to get your neighbor involved to say, yeah, I really did buy this, and here's a copy of my canceled check.
So that has increased your time.
Huge.
Yeah.
And anxiety among, people. And it just used to be, I get pre-approved, I drop my documents off, I go buy a house, and I'm done. So many times borrowers will say, well, is that all you need? And I said, no, it's really not done until it's done. In fact, we'll even go up to 24 hours before closing. They require that we pull a credit report, refresh. And that is to check to see if you've had your credit pulled since our initial pre-approval. Because their fear is that you could have opened some credit lines, which would then make your debt higher, and that could impair your ability to repay.
And a lot of these are based on some of the problems that we had because
Yes.
of this. And so a few bad apples kind of situation.
Yeah.
So what I find fascinating throughout all of this is that you have stuck through. As a mortgage lender, you've been through this whole entire process.
Yeah.
And I think that gives you an advantage, doesn't it?
It really does. We'll compare ourselves to, not necessarily openly compare, but I think our customers will compare us to maybe someone who has started since this has all taken place. We've been through where it was
The boom
and the open door that, oh, you don't have a job, that's fine. We can still get you a house to, and we can help people make it through the transition from how easy it was to how difficult it has become. And really knowledge is power, and experiences really has gotten us to where we are today.
Well, and I think it also speaks volumes to the fact that you are still here. So obviously you're one of the mortgage lenders who did things the right way. We talked a little bit that there was some fraud, changing
Yes.
numbers on some forms to
Yes.
get people loans, and obviously you didn't do that because you're still here.
Right. I mean, zero tolerance. There's just you're not going to have a job.
Yeah.
Much less probably be able to work anywhere ever again.
Exactly. So I think that speaks volumes to you and your
Yeah.
organization. So when someone is looking to buy a house, things have changed quite a bit. Like you said, what kind of time difference does it have as far as buying a house? How has that changed for people?
I would say if somebody's interested in buying a house, they should probably visit with a mortgage lender, 60 days beforehand.
Okay.
And that's if their credit is in check.
Okay.
It is good. If there's a possibility that they had an economic event, like a bankruptcy or foreclosure, I'd say as soon as that event is over, let's get on track. Because you just never know how things get recorded. There's so many things we're dependent on that we may need to contact the county and find out was the sheriff's sale date. Well, we have to make sure that they're recording things properly, and you'd be surprised at the things that, we're all humans, so then there's errors, and so we just want to make sure there's enough time to get those taken care of.
Well, and one of the changes that you talked about was even if you are a family and yet there's only one person on the loan, you're still going to dig into the other family member's income because that affects that home.
Exactly, we do that. Another thing I thought of too that I didn't mention was, say you have a position where you're paying union dues or you're paying education expenses. They're called employee or unreimbursed employee expenses, which show on page 2 of the 1040 of tax returns. I've gotten really familiar with these tax returns.
So you're going to do taxes next, right?
I don't think so. But they require that we subtract your unreimbursed expenses from your gross income because the agencies are saying, well, you know what? Those are requirements of your job that your employer doesn't pay for. So you know how sometimes we'll try and take advantage of write-offs, like uniforms and things like that, but it's lowering your taxable income, but it's hurting your mortgage ability to.
And so, like you said, going into a mortgage, if you think about you're going to buy a house at some point, walking in even now, even if it's years down the road, just to see where you stand. Of course, right now might be kind of busy for you, but doing this through the winter will really give you a good, solid understanding of where to go. Because I think sometimes people are like, I want to know a house, I want to buy a house, but they really don't know how to get from here to there.
Right. Yep.
And
this
so
is true.
I think we usually think about going to a mortgage lender when we're ready to buy a house, but even before.
Yeah, I would say, newlyweds, hey, we plan to rent for a while, but, we want to do this in our future. Let's see where we sit. People newly divorced, let's see where we sit. Lots of different loan programs. It depends what the divorce decree says, and not all programs allow the divorce decree to dismiss the debt. Even though it excludes it, they'll say, the husband or wife is responsible, but the loan program may not recognize that divorce decree.
Wow.
And that becomes a rude awakening at times.
Yeah, so just kind of getting that ahead of time. What do you have people just stop in? How do they make an appointment to work with that?
Any or all ways. They'll stop in. We have secure applications online. They can go to my website, brendabednar.com, call, email, anything.
What is the one mistake you see people making over and over in this new system we've got going?
Waiting too long to get pre-approved, and then at application time I give them a do's and don'ts. I kind of feel like somebody's mother sometimes. I'll be like, we've pulled your credit and based your pre-approval upon this credit pull, and here's some do's and don'ts. So often it's saying, don't open any new credit lines. Well, they'll go out, and because they're adults, they're used to doing what they want to do. Yes, and so I'd say 50% of the times we'll have the call like, oh my gosh, I just applied for a Lowe's card because they were offering a discount on appliances. And so that would probably be the number one mistake is people go out and...
They should listen to you.
Well, yes, but it's... it causes more paperwork, which we're fine with. At least we,
You know about it. Yeah.
Right.
Thanks so much for your time.
You're welcome.
Really appreciate it. If you do have questions, you can contact her at her office.
Yes.
Thank you so much. We'll be right back. Please stay with us.
When using a fire extinguisher, we suggest using the pass system. Pull the pin at the top of the extinguisher that keeps the handle from being accidentally pressed. Aim the nozzle toward the base of the fire. Squeeze the handle to discharge the extinguisher. If you release the handle, the discharge will stop. Sweep the nozzle back and forth at the base of the fire. After the fire appears to be out, watch it carefully since it may reignite. If you have the slightest doubt about whether or not to fight the fire, get out and close the door behind you. This has been a safety message from the Owatonna Fire Department.
Did you know that it is illegal in the city of Owatonna to host or allow a gathering where minors will be consuming alcoholic beverages on your property or in your residence? Did you know that it is illegal to provide minors with alcohol unless they are your own kids in your own home? Underage drinking leads to increased risk of future chemical dependency, engaging in more serious criminal activity, and becoming a victim of a crime. Please help keep our kids and our community safe by not encouraging, hosting, or allowing underage drinking. This is a message from the Owatonna Police Department and the Safe and Drug-Free Coalition of Steele County.
Hi, I'm Glenn Mager.
And I'm Tim Thomas of the Brick Mager Funeral Home, and we're proud to serve the Medford and Owatonna areas with cremation and traditional funeral services.
And we're proud to be a part of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hi, this is Barry Gillespie, president of ERA Gillespie Real Estate, where our pledge is to save you money, save you time, and simplify your life. And we're proud supporters of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hello, I'm David Einhaus with the Owatonna Foundation. Thank you to all of our donors who have helped make Owatonna a better place to live. Will you join us today with a financial gift? Owatonna Foundation is a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
Come out to Spare Time Entertainment on Saturday, April 12th for Bowl for Kids' Sake to benefit Big Brothers Big Sisters of Southern Minnesota. Start today by forming a team, collecting pledges, and bowling for kids in our community. Call 451-5922 for more information or go directly to our website to set up your online fundraising page. Help us change the lives of local children. Raise some money and join us for a great time on Saturday, April 12th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. for Bowl for Kids' Sake. See you there.
How red it is?
Yeah. And those things couldn't have been dowitchers. They were just little mutts, but they had dowitcher-linked bills. Remember the ones that you said that were scared by the people?
Yeah, what are those?
Well, better look them up. We actually saw him fly back over that way. I guess he's been going back and forth. And we saw him on
flying around here, and I haven't seen him for about 15 minutes, so he probably went that way.
We saw him on a flyby. Would like to
and you'd swear it's going to just... How'd you get that picture? Yeah. How'd you get that picture? But see, we were get that close. She was probably, what, 15 feet away? Anyway. But there was water.
We were on a road across from it.
Yeah, across the...
here, Yvonne, so you get a picture of it.
Like a little duck. Yeah, like a rubber duck.
Yeah,
It's
that'd be
awesome.
He is rubber ducky. Here, come on. He's showing off.
You don't all have rubber ducks.
I'll get you one. Is that? Yeah. Is that?
How does he know what he's getting with that thing anyway?
Hi, I'm Amy Martinez.
And I'm Adam Martinez, owners of Snap Fitness in Owatonna.
Snap Fitness is a fast, convenient, and affordable fitness center, and we're proud supporters of the Owatonna Today Show.
Everyone deserves opportunities to have a good life, a quality education that leads to a stable job, enough income to support a family through retirement, and good health. But the reality is, many children fall behind, many families are struggling, and many others are in poor health. United Way's goal is to find long-term solutions. Thanks to a grant from the Otto Bremer Foundation, we're hosting community conversations this year to address these issues. If you'd like to join us, please call our office.
Hello, I'm Sean McNulty. And I'm Deb Gillard with Brookdale Senior Living, Sterling House, and Clarebridge of Owatonna. And we are a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
It's the day of giving in Owatonna tomorrow. We want you to get out there and enjoy some of these amazing events. Starting off with the Bowl for Kids' Sake, Saturday from 9 to 2 at Spare Time Entertainment. It's an opportunity to help support big brothers and big sisters of southern Minnesota. An hour of bowling can change a life. Bowl for Kids' Sake is there to help kids in our community. You can call 507-451-5922 to go ahead and set up a bowling lane. It's never too late to go ahead and enjoy an opportunity to help us change a life. Then they also do have the Young Life Cake Auction. We want to make sure you get over there and have some fun with that, starting at 4. And then the Knights of Nights Wild West Auction. We do have the silent auction at 4, as well as the live auction starting at 7. So you can hit each one of those and have a great time of supporting the community and helping people change their lives in different ways. And coming up next Friday, it's the first annual Munchkin Market. It's from 1 to 4 at the Four Seasons Center. Kids 6 through 15 will have tables selling toys, games, books, sporting equipment, and more. Adult vendors will have some products for sale. And enjoy the shopping as well as some great entertainment throughout the afternoon. The Owatonna Exchange Club will be doing fingerprinting. There will be the Tadpole Parade at 1:30, the Rad Zoo at 2:15, and the Teddy Bear Band at 3 o'clock. Sounds like a great opportunity for you to get out and enjoy your afternoon when your kids are off of school. We do want to encourage you to join the April Lunch and Learn Mentoring and Career Planning Program through the Riverland Community College, Wednesday, April 23rd from noon to 1, and an opportunity for you to kind of learn a little bit more about what mentoring is and how you can help people plan their lives. Again, Wednesday, April 23rd from noon to 1. Riverbend Nature Center is now taking registrations for its Maple Syrup Fun Run 10K, 5K, or 1 mile walk, which will be held Sunday, April 27th. The Fun Run is an annual event for Riverbend and is held in conjunction with the annual Pancake Brunch. Keeping up with the maple syrup theme, the top finishers in the Masters and will receive a bottle of Riverbend's own real maple syrup. Registration free for the event does include a ticket to the Pancake Brunch, as well as you can order extra brunch tickets for families and friends. To register, contact the Riverbend Nature Center at 507-332-7151. Thank you so much for joining us right here on the Owatonna Today Show. We love that you watch us. We hope you'll join us next week. See you then.